Good morning. It's Thursday, the 14th of December 2017 on what looks like a bright morning outside. It's looking very nice. I don't know how cold it is yet. I haven't managed to get out the door yet. We don't like to leave the house too early in the morning. You know, people might think I've got a normal job. I mean, where will we all be then? All these people in Royal Berkshire, they think I'm a massive celebrity. Well, of course, I am, as you all know. But they don't want to let them see me opening the door too early in the morning. They might think I'm just a normal person with a job. That will never do, will it? Eh? I'll be able to go around the supermarket without people trying to talk to me. And, you know, the nudging. Oh, is that Chris Reardon over there? That's what happens. Let's say hello to our early people. We're now reading the first messages right at the beginning of the show now. We are. Good morning. First message in this morning from... Let's just have a quick look there. That's strange. I thought there was another one before that. Just a second. Oh, at the top there. Oh, it's John Edward McBride, who asked the question, what is this? Now, John... I don't like to state the obvious, okay? But at the top, it says United Kingdom talk show phone-in. There's now a bloke talking to you. Have a guess. Have a wild guess to what this could possibly be, John. And where have you been? I haven't seen you for years and years, dear. Do turn up somewhere soon. Central Station is where a lot of people seem to turn up in the end. So good morning to John, who gets the first message in this morning. The lovely Diane. Good morning, Diane. Down south is the place she goes. She's down south. Craig's there. Good morning to Craig, running his mobile telephone business empire. Good morning, Craig. Rod Brown's there. Good morning, Rod. Likes the Christmas jumper. I've got a few of these, actually. These are not new. Would you like to see the little logo at the top? There you go. There we are. Look. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Yes. Oh, come all ye faithful. I don't think Santa Claus sung that one, did he? We call them Father Christmas. For some of our American viewers, we don't call him... Well, more people do call him Santa Claus now. But the term for Santa Claus in the UK is Father Christmas. Father Christmas. Or if you want to be politically correct, which I am not, because I don't care about anyone, it's Mother Christmas. Father Christmas or Mother Christmas. Why hasn't that been in the papers yet? The chest is sounding a bit bad, isn't it? I've woken up this morning with a very slightly tight chest. It's not too bad. No, it's not too bad now. I had a little puff of my thing, which I don't normally have to do anymore, but I've got an awful lot of chest infections going around at the moment. My mate who's over in Austria at the moment, he's had one for a few weeks, although he did sound all right on the phone on Monday when I last spoke to him. So, good morning. Thank you, Diane. Morning, Neil Young. Rhetorical questions. Have you got any rhetorical questions for me this morning, Neil? What rhetorical question can you got? That's a very long word. Morning to Danny Gibbs. He's there every morning now, aren't you, Danny? God, you must be bored out your skull to have to turn this on every morning. No one has this on every morning. Usually people dip in for about 2 minutes and they soon get fed up with my inane chatter and they're off again. Are you one of those? I'm going to have to start asking questions. What I do tomorrow is ask questions about today's show and we'll find out who was paying full attention or not. Sorry, Diane, up north. I'm confusing you with Christine. She's down south. You're up north. She's down south. North, south, doesn't matter where you are. You are all welcome here. It must be very slow internet up where you are, isn't it? Doesn't it get really slow once you go past Watford? Are you still got modems up there? Beep, 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 beep. Have you got one of those with the flashing lights on the top? How long does it take to watch a show? Must be hours. Huh? No iPlayer up north. My sister can't get it. She tries to watch it and this thing goes around on the screen all the time. Buffering. Don't you hate that word? Buffering. Well, you know, James, it's coming towards Christmas. I think I need a sofa in here. Some sort of sofa. Thank you. Is one synchronised swimmer dressed down? If one synchronised swimmer drowns, do they all have to drown? Yes, I think they do, Neil. Because that's let the team down. We don't want to see, partially done things. So let them all drown. That's what I say. I am totally agreement with you there. And good morning to Andrew Parker, who joins us on YouTube Live as well. Good morning, Andrew. Is this first time you're with us at the show? Who's impressed by all our Christmas stuff this morning? And Mark Smith is there as well. Good morning to you, Mark. So they're all our early messages this morning, and you're very warm welcome, boys and girls. Swimming pool's very quiet at the moment. I must say, I went swimming yesterday after we had a little chat yesterday. And it was only, I think it was 3 of us in there. There was me, an Irish bloke who's about 40. Oh, he must spend his life down the gym. He's lovely, he is. Always have a little chat with him. Don't care where he drops his clothes in that dressing room, dear. Unfortunately, he's married with children, so wouldn't be interested in me. But there we are. I do try and strike up conversations to detect if there is anyone interested, and sadly, for the last 10 years there hasn't been, but never mind. Of course, they'll all be getting their gift cards and memberships soon, won't they, for Christmas. Some people think it's a good idea, and they all come in January. In January, the swimming pool and the gym gets very busy for about a week. I kid you not, for about a week, directly after Christmas, it suddenly becomes very busy in there. And what happens is that some people join up. Oh, they've made a New Year's resolution, Some people join up. Oh, I'm going to get fit this year. They last about 2 days. 2 days. Because, of course, the first time you ever go to a gym, or swimming, if you haven't been for ages and ages, that you do your stuff. The next day you are aching to high heaven. You're really, and you don't go for 2 days. And then they go again, and the same thing happens. They do their gymnasium lifting bits of metal and all that business. They do a bit of swimming, do a bit of stuff with their legs going up and down. And again the next morning, I can't move. And then they give up straight away. You've got to work through that, dear. But other people, they give memberships to gyms and swimming pools as gifts, as Christmas gifts. And I'm not quite sure whether you should be happy at receiving such a thing. I mean, is someone saying to you, you're a fat bastard, please get down the gym? In which case, I don't think I'd want a little gift like that. Do you? Little gift cards, 6 months membership, especially for Mark Smith. If you was to receive something like that, Mark, would you be offended? Not in a politically correct way either. Depending on, of course, the colour of the membership card. We got an offence. We got an offence this morning. Hang on a minute. Where is it now? I've got this. Just a moment. In I have got a cough, haven't I? That's come from nowhere, that is. No, that's come from the girl last night. I'll tell you in a minute. In a couple of the papers this morning, I've picked the one out of the Sun for you. Racist snowflakes. Here we go, boys and girls. Someone's been offended for no reason at all. You ready for the story? Ready? A top London university was forced to apologise using the term white, yes, white, about snow by hysterical anti-racism campaigners. Here we go. University College London were widely mocked after saying sorry for quoting the much-loved festive tune White Christmas on social media. It goes on. During the cold weather on Monday, university bosses wrote on Twitter, dreaming of a white campus. They added, our campuses will be open and operating fully today, so please make sure your way in. Please make your way in as planned. We can't guarantee snow, but we'll try. But immediately, angry students following the account branded the tweet racist and demanded it be taken down. The next day, the uni bowed to pressure and issued a grovelling apology. Replying to their own message, they shared a video of Bing Crosby singing White Christmas, adding, we chose our words very poorly yesterday when thinking of this song. They went on, we're sorry and we'll choose our words more carefully in the future. But the row back caused even more uproar online, with hundreds of replies blasting the response. Oh, for God's sake, man. What can you say? Does anyone in their wildest dreams think that the university specifically posted that to upset people? Do you? Do you really think that? Was it a choice of wrong words? I don't think so. I don't think so. Once again, it's this group of people who seem to be offended by everything all the time. You know, and I won't have any of it anymore. Because when they say to me, oh, you shouldn't say that, I say what I bloody well like. I'm sick to death of them. Sick to death of them. This is just one example, of course, that I've just read you out this morning. But what do you think of that? And you don't have to agree with me. Don't think just because I'm saying it, you have to agree with me. You don't have to do that. If you think otherwise, then let us know. Okay? But I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. No one goes out. I think very few people go out to offend people. It is the offendees who look for something to be offended by. They are pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Soon you won't be able to say it's white snow or blackboards or something like that. Why is that? It's just ridiculous. Let's see your messages. Andrew says, the country has reversed. The lunatics are outside and the sane ones are now inside the asylums. I think you're right, Andrew. They are lunatics. All of them. All of them. They don't watch this programme. They hate me. Good. I'm glad you hate me. You're foolish, stupid people coming out with this stuff. No one was offended. No one was offended. You are looking for offence. Let's see. Danny says, that's a completely different subject, that is. I'll come to that in a minute, Danny. Good morning to Al Kamar, who is watching from India this morning. Good morning, Al. Welcome to our show, sir. Craig says, it's stupid. It certainly is. I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid. Danny Gibbs says the decorators are starting today. I'm very pleased for you. What, just before Christmas? Oh, I love the smell of paint, don't you? Not gloss. I'm not too keen on the smell of gloss. So that's the story in the Daily Mail this morning, and I had to read that out to you as we got to the thing. All right. Let's see, who else? Mark loves the jumper. Thank you, Mark. I've got a few different ones of these. They're not new. I've had them for about 4 years now, and they come out every year and rotate. So you'll see those over the next few days, the Christmas jumpers. Thank you very much. Now, have you got pictures of yourselves in Christmas jumpers or jackets or something like that? If you send them in, I would love to show them on the show. Lots of ways to send them in. You can either email them in. Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address, okay? Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk or you can send them as a direct Facebook message. Don't send them on the little thing where it's only shows up for a little while. What's that called? You know, that I don't know what that's called. You know, where the picture comes up and then disappears over 5 days. Don't send them on something like that because I won't be able to grab them in time. I don't think you can grab them. But if you want to send in your pictures of yourselves or your family and little Christmas jumpers and outfits, then please feel free to do so, boys and girls. I want to see your jumpers. Who's got the most expensive Christmas jumper? Has it got gold tassels and things like that on them? Then do send them in, either by direct Facebook message or on the email, okay? Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. There's a phone line open this morning as well. Hang on, there it is. If you want to call in at any point, it's 020 8144 3477. 020 8144 3477. A couple of people saying to me, do you know how many people watch the show? Depends on what you mean. Now, live, it goes up to about 30. Maximum, it goes up to about 30. So that's while I'm sitting here doing it. You people that watch it live gets to about 30. overall, the people that watch the live show and the recording, because of course once the live show finishes it stays up as a recording. I think it takes a few minutes to sort itself out, then it goes back up as a recording. It can get up to about 2,000. Generally we average about 1,200 now, which is about the numbers, those of you that were interested. Okay, so that's that. Did we get any news about the alien spaceship, incidentally? Do you remember the one that was mentioned on the show yesterday? The cigar-shaped asteroid, meteor, whatever you want to call it. They think it might be a broken-down spaceship, don't they? It was saying in The Sun yesterday, a mysterious cigar-shaped asteroid speeding past Earth could be a broken alien spacecraft. It means it could be a spacecraft where the engines have gone wrong and it's tumbling throughout space. And I think they were going to use some sort of metal detectors or something to see if what's on there. To see what's actually on that, if there's something hidden inside the rock observing us. We are observing your Earth. Do you like that one? And we like to make a contact with you. That's by the Carpenters. Calling occupants of interplanetary craft. Do you like that? The Carpenters. What happened to Karen Carpenter? She just disappeared, didn't she? Bless her. Oh, I like the Carpenters and all that stuff. I do a Carpenters song sometimes. Top of the world. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation. Yes, that's a thing. That's a thing. Andrew says, tell the spaceship to go to Halfords and they get some parts in there. They were saying, by the way, this asteroid was tumbling, because it wasn't going, it was like tumbling through space, indicates that it could be a broken engine. So we haven't heard anything more about that yet. And I am concerned that aliens, while I'm on the show today, could possibly break into the studio and take over before I've done all my stories. Kishu wants a job. I want a job too. What do you want to do as a job? I'm not really an employer, I'm afraid. Perhaps I could open a little burger joint or something like that and employ people. I think I would be a good employer. There wouldn't be people on the minimum wage or anything like that. I've worked with many managers for many years, and a lot of them are all the same. You know, they don't want to pay out anything. They want to keep all the money to themselves. Why should I pay him anymore? Because I've had conversations with managers, terrible, about bar staff sometimes. Oh, he's really short of money. Can't you do anything about it? Well, he's got paid wages. Yeah, but he's a bit short. Well, it's not my problem. That's the attitude of a lot of managers. Ghastly people, all of them. Good morning to Evan. Welcome to the show, Evan. Welcome, sir. So last night's quiz was okay. 2 hours to get to work last night. Oh, sitting in the trap. That was a long journey in last night. 2 hours to get to work. And there's a girl in there. There was only 2 bar staff last night. And they were really struggling. There's a lovely lad. He is Thomas. He's from North Wales. Thomas from North Wales. He's in there last night serving away. Makes me a wicked cup of tea. Yorkshire tea. Da, 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 da. Yorkshire tea makes me a lovely cup of tea. And there's a girl in there who used to run a nightclub. She's dark skin, not black, but dark skin, like midway between white and black. You know, that colour thing. And she's got her hair dyed like blonde. It's a good look, actually. She used to run nightclubs. And she had a terrible chest infection last night. She come up to me about halfway through the night, because it tends to be quite hot there. It gets quite hot in that pub. What's that, Ross? Good morning, Ross. Hi, Chris, Gary and Andrew, the Carpenters. We're on the top of the world. Anyway, and Joseph. Don't forget Joseph. He was a carpenter. Joseph, husband of Mary, who had the baby Jesus. Don't you know anything? Come on, Ross. Get all the names out there. Anyway, so this girl, she come up to me about halfway through the night. She's got a blanket on in the pub. She says, is it cold in here or is it me? I said, it's you. She said, do you think so? I said, yeah, I do. I said, it's because you're not well. You've got a bad chest. She had a terrible chest. I don't know how she managed to carry on the night last night. And I said to her, look, a couple of years ago, I was doing a karaoke night in Camden Town. And I never forget this. And I was just standing there. I'd gone to work. Everything was set up and running. I was doing 9 till midnight. And it was now about 11 o'clock. And I was standing there, and all of a sudden, my legs started aching. And it was ever so sudden. I thought, blimey, my legs are aching. Have I been standing up a long time or something? I'll sit down. So I sat on this stool, and I got really cold very, very suddenly. And I said, and I picked up the microphone in between the two singers. I said, someone open the door in here. It's blooming cold in here. Is anyone else cold? And they're like, no, it's not cold in here. And then I went down very quickly after. And in the space of like 10 minutes, I went from perfectly normal to really ill. God knows how I managed to get home, but I did. And I couldn't sleep. I was sweating in the bed, and I got out of the car. Of course, I had the heating on full blast in the car from work to home, which was about an hour and 20 minutes. Of course, got out the other end. I froze as soon as the door opened. I was absolutely freezing. Came indoors, went straight to bed, woke. I couldn't get to sleep at all. It was awful. And of course, I was then off for several days. My mate came round the next day, and I can't remember what happened now, actually. But I was laying on the settee, like delirious, talking rubbish, you know. So no difference there then, really, is there? No difference there from the show this morning, to be fair, is there? So, you know, when you get these colds and flus and all that, I mean, it can be a serious thing. Especially if you've got some sort of underlying condition as well. You know, you can be quite damp. Well, you can die. You can die from flu. You know, you've got to be very careful of that. I do have the flu injection every year. But, I had it that year as well. Ended up going to a hospital in the end. And they shoved this thing up my nose and did a test. And I had indeed got the flu strain. H1N something. I don't know what it was now. But they put this thing up your nose. Oh, that's horrible, that is, when they stick that thing up your nose, anything like that, innit? Oh, so that was last night. And this morning, I've woken up and I'm a bit chesty. So I hope I haven't got a flu or a chest infection. But she was ill yesterday. The trouble is, people say, you know, don't come to work if you're ill and all that. When you're saying that to bar staff and people on very low wages, they can't afford to take time off. This is the thing. I don't know how the sick pay works now, but certainly when I used to work for British Telecom, if we were sick, we just got our normal wages. I mean, no one ever was. Not really, not unless we were really ill. We never used to take time off. But now I don't think it works like that, does it? If you're ill, you don't get paid. End of. Terrible. So that was last night. The journey back last night from work, that was okay. I found a different route to take now on the way home. Instead of going along the Euston Road, where I keep getting stuck all the time, I go round the back way. So I kind of go through Camden, up, left, up, and then Regent's Park on the left, and I come back out at Paddington, which is after the whole of the Euston Road. Takes about 20 minutes, that journey. Now, if the Euston Road is clear, it takes about 12 minutes. So it's a longer way, but you keep moving. You don't get stuck with all these cars and the blooming Uber drivers all over the place either. Get on my nerves, they really do. You can call in if you want to, 02081443477, or there's a Skype in. You can Skype in on United Kingdom Talk, all right? So once again, phone in number 02081443477, or you can Skype in on United Kingdom Talk. Now, Bitcoins. Bitcoins are in the news at the moment. Do you have any Bitcoins? That is the question. Do you have any Bitcoins? I can't work out what they are. There was a bloke last night, Ian Collins. He's an excellent presenter on LBC. And at 12 o'clock, unfortunately, by 12 o'clock, I was almost home, so I didn't hear all of what he had to say. Just a second, have I missed something here? Don't think I've missed anything, have I? There we are. No. So I didn't hear all of what he was going to say, but they started talking about Bitcoins and what are they and how do you get them and all that. And I understand that you can buy a Bitcoin, or you can buy a bit of a Bitcoin. But that's about all I can understand, really. I haven't found anywhere you can spend them. And you're hearing these stories, and there was a couple of callers who called into his show last night who said they bought bitcoins for $200. Well, they're now worth $17,000. As my money advisor told me years and years ago, certainly with housing, you know, if things are doing well all the time, if it's like a horse race, okay, and there's several horses, maybe one of them's housing, one of them's euros, one of them's bitcoins, the same horse is not going to win every time. And I think these bitcoins, I think people investing at this point, like now, who have started putting money in now, ooh, I think that's a real risk. Don't you? I mean, I know maybe I'm talking crap here, as usual, you know, no difference there. But I don't quite understand what they are or how it is. And they talk about mining bitcoins. What do you mean mining? I mean, they don't exist, do they? Mining to me is when you start digging holes and digging things up. Mining bitcoins. Well, does that mean you don't have to buy them then? Can you just find them somewhere? I don't get it. I found this on the internet. It says Bitcoin, the initial virtual banking currency of the internet, has existed for several years, as some people know who bought them dirt cheap. And many people have questions about them, but where do they come from? Are they legal? Where can you get them? When did they split into Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash? Well, Bitcoin Cash, never heard of that. Have you? Cryptocurrencies, of which Bitcoin is something, are just lines of computer code that hold monetary value. So it's just a line of numbers. And some of these lines of numbers are now worth $16,000. I mean, is it as easy as typing a line of numbers and then selling it to someone? We could all do that, can't we? How easy would that be? Those lines of codes are created by electricity and high-performance computers. Have I lost anyone yet? You don't get it either, do you? Go on, be honest. Crypto. Why is this so complicated? Cryptocurrency is also known as digital currency. Either way, it's a form of digital public money that is created by painstakingly mathematical computations and policed by millions of computers known as miners. M-I-N-E-R-S. Physically, there's nothing to hold. Crypto comes from the word cryptography, the security process used to protect transactions that send the lines of code out for purchases. Cryptography also controls the creation of new coins, the term used to describe specific amounts of code. Now, does anyone understand any of that at all? Just a moment, I've got to blow my nose again. Because I don't. I just don't get it at all. Evan says, LOL, Manthrax. we can't work out what this stuff is, can we? I just don't get it. Is it a young person thing? Is it like all young people will understand what this is? And it's just us older people who don't get it. Morning, guysy. Morning to you, sir. Do you understand Bitcoins? Do you have any? I'd love to know if you do. Send us a message and let me know. Perhaps you can advise the rest of us. Did we know to rush down the bank and spend 50 quid on a bit of a Bitcoin? I'm sure you can buy bits, but I just don't get it. Do you want me to read a bit more, or have you had enough of that? I'll just read you this little bit here. Bitcoins are completely virtual coins designed to be self-contained for their value, with no need for banks to move and store the money. Once you own Bitcoins, they behave like physical gold coins. They possess value and trade just as if they were nuggets of gold in your pocket. You can use Bitcoins to purchase goods and services online, or you can tuck them away and hope that their value increases over the years. Which is, of course, what some people have done. I've got a friend of mine who says he's got some. Won't tell us how many, but he says he's got some and he's doing very well. They're not the only thing. I think there are other coins as well, light coins or life coins or something like that. I just can't get my head around exactly what these things are. Perhaps you know better, do you? I don't know, really. Very, very strange and mysterious are the Bitcoins, aren't they? Yes. I was watching a couple of YouTube videos last night. You can just type in, like, what are Bitcoins, and you'll come up with loads of stuff on there. They were all American. And some of those, like, what is, who are, you show you how to do things. Some of those American videos, I don't think they're real people speaking the commentary, the narration over the videos, because it goes really quick and I can't keep up with it. This is the Bitcoin and this is what you have to do with the Bitcoin and you do that. I'm like, oh, slow down for God's sake. We can't keep up, dear. And I paused it and I watched 3 what is a Bitcoin video last night and I just still don't get it. It's a bit like the whole Twitter thing. I've never really understood Twitter. I mean, I go on there now and again. You know, I might answer someone's story. There was, I answered someone's story last night, actually. It was about, I'll read it to you. I'll read what I answered last night. One moment, please. It was about the train. There's going to be another train drivers' strike, isn't there? Hang on, notifications. How do I do this now? Let's see. There we are. One moment, please. Can I do that there? Here we go. So this was on the Sky News thing. And it says the RMT union, that's the rail people, isn't it? Again, has announced workers on South Western Railway are to strike on New Year's Eve, and Greater Anglia workers will strike on the 27th of December in disputes over the role of guards. So I just put sack the lot of them and start again. And 2 people have liked that. And then someone replied to it, but show more replies. Someone said, why? I think they're replying to me. Someone else says how they're fighting to keep their job. And then someone else says, that's why I'm asking why they should be sacked. I hate the automatic sack them all brigade. Or that'd be me. She hates me. Good. I hate you too, love. A lot of jealous people out there. What are we jealous of? What, working on a train? Jealous of working on a train, are we? So I'm starting to try and get a little bit more involved on the Twitter, but with not much success because I still don't quite know what I'm doing. And it's the same with the Bitcoin stuff. I've no idea what the hell it all is. It's very, very strange and mysterious. It really is. Right. I don't know why this story is amusing me this morning. Perhaps it shouldn't. It's on the BBC website. A surgeon who marked his initials on the livers of 2 transplant patients has admitted assault by beating. Did he beat the liver into submission? Bang, 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 bang. Huh? Well, it's just like doing a picture, isn't it? You put your initials at the bottom of the picture. He put his initials on people's livers. This bloke, Simon Branhall, 53, committed the offences at Birmingham's Queen Elizabeth Hospital. In 2013, the liver, spleen and pancreas surgeon was suspended later that year. He denied the more serious charge of assault occasioning... What's this mean? Assault occasioning actual bodily harm. What's occasioning mean? Occasioning actual bodily harm. A plea which was accepted by prosecutors. Bramhall, who came to the attention in 2010 when he transplanted a liver saved from a burning aircraft into a patient, was suspended when the branding was discovered by another surgeon. He's burnt his initials onto their livers. Well, I suppose he wants to get his work around, doesn't it? Isn't that how artists do it? Isn't that how they get more work? They put their initials on the corner of the picture or something like that. I wonder if I've got any initials burnt into the side of me when I had my burst appendix removed. You know, maybe my digestive tract has got all sorts of little paintings and that where people have worked on me. Maybe a stamp, you know, go, okay, that one's done. Sew him up, boys, and send in the next one. Perhaps it's a little competition. You know when you die and sometimes they open you up to see what went wrong, don't they? Maybe it's a thing to see how many people can collect the most amount of initials. Perhaps they sell them like bitcoins. My intestines might be worth an awful lot of money in a few years' time, although possibly not as worth as much as a piece of liver or something like that. Andrew says in future he might barcode them. Oh, dear me. Isn't it strange? He said, expert said what the man had done was not isolated and required some skill and concentration. It was done in the presence of colleagues. His actions were carried out with disregard for the feeling of unconscious patience. Well, if it had said to me, I don't know, really, would you have agreed to that? Yeah, Neil Young says he was just signing his work. Exactly. What's the problem? I think people are being offended again for no reason. Don't you? I think dentists should be able... What other parts of your body do you think we should allow to be signed? I think maybe when you go to the dentist and they put a filling in, they can have a little stamp there and just push that in before the filling's dried so that they would have initials, like embossed initials of the particular dentist who did the tooth. Then if it goes wrong, you can see who done it. Maybe that's not such a good idea, signing your work like that. What if he'd put a liver... Was it a liver or a kidney? I can't remember now. Liver. Was it a liver? What if he'd initialed the liver and a period of time down the line, it went wrong because of his bad work? Then they would be able to identify, oh, look, it was Chris Reardon who done this transplant. What are they moaning about anyway? Got a new liver? Besides, how did they find that out? How did they find that out? Someone must have reported him. It'd be one of his friends. It's always a friend that reports you. Beware of friends. Neil says, I don't know, I would not be happy with some dude's initials on me like a tramp stamp. I used to have those on my neck. Oh, I don't know what you think about that. Did anyone see the Germanoids? Not Germanoids. It's not a very good show this morning, is it? I don't think it's a very good show this morning. Did you watch the Germanids? Germanids. Not Germanoids. Germanoids are those things you put up yourself, aren't they, when you can't go toilet? Germanoids. That's what Germanoids are. Germanids, they're the little meteors. Possibly miniature spaceships that have crashed into the Earth's atmosphere. Apparently they were on last night. Germanids are pieces of debris from an object called 3200 Phantom. The shower is known as one of the most spectacular celestial events of the year. Shooting stars are bright and easy to spot, even from light polluted areas. I didn't see them last night because it was pouring down with rain, unfortunately. But they had the little shooting stars coming out last night, which was quite nice, wasn't it? Can't remember the last time I saw a shooting star. Have you seen one recently? Biggest one I ever saw was on a Christmas Eve, actually. It was a Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, one of the two. We were standing on our balcony. This is in Roehampton, where we used to live in South West London. I think I was about 15, 16 years old, something like that. And all of a sudden, this really bright star came right across. And it made a noise. It made and there was a big bang. Yeah, so that would have been about 63, something. Around about 1979, that would have been. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. All right, let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. Then oh, no, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Christmas jumpers. We're talking about Christmas jumpers earlier. Well, in this morning's Daily Mail, did you know that Friday, tomorrow, is Save the Children's Christmas Jumper Day? What a good idea. Ready? It's a charity event, And taking part and donating, you'll be helping to save children's lives. Most children's jumpers you've seen probably aren't the most stylish. Well, I don't know. Christmas jumpers, I don't know. This one's quite stylish, don't you think? This is from Primark, I think. Primark, this one. Especially if you're more into FIFA than reindeer. But there are plenty over on Game that you'll definitely want to wear next week. So you've got Game jumpers as well. Not exactly Christmas. Things like Batman. A Batman jumper. Now, that's more appealing, especially to some of the teenagers, you know, like, oh, it's not cool to wear a Christmas jumper. Well, they might wear gaming jumpers. Game, G-A-M-E, I think they sell computer games, don't they, Game? I'm sure they do. Has an extensive range of jumpers depicting everything from Guardians of the Galaxy, which is exclusive to Game, to Crash Bandicoot, to Star Wars, and even Pac-Man. Ah, Pac-Man! Boo! I love Pac-Man. For everyone who has ever struggled to find an original gift for the gamers and movie lovers of your life, they are set to be a godsend this year. If Batman is your thing, or theirs, you can get either the Batman logo Christmas jumper, complete with the classic black and yellow logo with snowflakes for a little Christmas cheer. Or you can mix it up a little and go for the Batman reindeer Christmas sweatshirt. It's navy and has a bit more of a classic feel. Harley Quinn jumpers are also available. I don't know what Harley Quinn... Is that a game, is it? I don't know what that is. Harley Quinn jumpers are available, either with the character on the front or with the catchphrase, "Hey Puddin', next to you, guessed it, a Christmas pudding." DC fans will also be interested in the DC Comics Flash Christmas sweatshirt and the DC Comics Lantern Christmas sweatshirt. Red and green are very seasonal colours after all. And if Marvel is your thing, you could try out the Marvel official Iron Man Christmas jumper. His fellow Avengers Captain America and Spider-Man does whatever a spider can, are available in Christmas jumper form too. So plenty of Christmas jumpers to buy, boys and girls. If you don't find the usual Christmas tree or Santa Claus acceptable or something like that, you can get one with like a games jumper. I wouldn't mind having a Pac-Man one. Perhaps one of my nieces and nephews is watching this programme at the moment and is now about to go out and rush out and purchase me a Pac-Man jumper. Large, please. I'm probably medium now, actually. This is a bit loose, this one. But a large, please, just in case I start extending again. All right? Let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. It's birthday time here on United Kingdom Talk. Whose birthday is it today? We have 12 birthdays today. 12! That's a lot. Happy birthday today to my very good friend Keith George, 46 years old today. Keith is a singer. He does a tribute act. And he does a drag show. He does a lot of different things. He's been on the radio. He's done loads of stuff. And he's still doing it. I think he's in America at the moment. Happy birthday, Keith. 46 years old today, all right? Happy birthday today to Scott Bruton. Scott was on the X Factor a few years back. 29 years old. Great singer. Lovely, lovely, warm person. He's been on in various theatre shows, including in London. Happy birthday to Scott, a very young 29 years old today, was doing radio as well. I think he's left the radio now. And I'm not quite sure what he's doing now. I haven't spoken to him for some time. But Scott Bruton, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday today to Jamie Clark. I'm very pleased to announce has now sorted out his Facebook account and his little birthday appears on my list. Well done, Jamie. Happy birthday to you, sir. Happy birthday to Leon Carr Delaney, a very young 51 years old today, aren't you, Leon? Younger than me, dear. Happy birthday, Leon. Happy birthday to Phillip Cara, slightly older, at 52 years old today. Happy birthday, Phillip. Mike Callender. Happy birthday, Mike. That's a very, very butch picture of yourself on your Facebook thing. You look like you're at an army place or some sort of outside activity there. Happy birthday, Mike. Balthy Phoenix is 41 years old today. Happy birthday, Balthy. Paul Anthony Millington, a very young 27. Are you the youngest one today? Quite possibly, sir. Crystal Wade. Oh, Crystal. So many years, dear. So many years have passed. Happy birthday, Crystal. Clington Forbes. Greetings, Clington, my very good friend. Clington Forbes. Happy birthday to you. Christopher Toole is a young 52 today. Happy birthday, Christopher. And Mandy Gap, a.k.a. Keith George, because Mandy Gap is the drag queen that Keith George does, is, of course, the same age as Keith, which is 46. So let me sing you a little song, and then I shall have a cup of tea and go swimming. I've got stuff to do today. I've got quite a lot of stuff to do today, because we've got a new... oh, hang on. Why am I playing out there? Just a minute. Sorry. Any final messages? Type them in quickly and I'll read them out for you, boys and girls, okay? Hang on now, where are we going? There we go, that's it. Here we are. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Have a lovely birthday, boys and girls. Now, tonight, I've got 2 Thursday karaokes in South East London. Tonight and next Thursday. And they are at the Beulah Spa in Norwood. There's a Harvester restaurant one side, a pub on the other. Now, she did ask me to set up in between the two, like as you come in. But I think we're going to go in the pub area. So if you want to come along there tonight, it's free entry. It's open to... I thought it was a private party, actually, but it's not. It's open to all. You're welcome to come along to the Beulah Spa in Norwood. They got a big car park there. What with it being a Harvester restaurant, you can have a meal and then come and sing. It's not a massively long one. It's 7 to 10:30 in there, okay? So if you want to come along there tonight, that's what's on this Thursday. All right, that's it for the show today. Thank you, Diane, who says, have a lovely day. Thank you, Diane. I've got a few bits and pieces to do. And I have to leave early today for the karaoke tonight. I need to be out of here by about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because I like to be there, but especially if it's a new place, I like to be there at least an hour before I start, so I know I can set my stuff up. There's not a massive amount of equipment. Won't need many lights in there at all, because it's like a pub, and you only need one light in a pub. You don't want to overdo it, because people get, oh, can you turn the lights out? Too much flashing and all that business. So that's it. Have a lovely day, boys and girls, and I'll see you again very soon. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye-bye now.